All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on your time zone, and compliment of the season to every one of you. Today is the 31st day of December 2024. It's been an amazing year, and I want to start by congratulating you first and your family and everyone for making it to this day. And I join you to return all glory to God who has made it possible because the truth is that the greatest gift that God can give to a man is the gift of life. Yeah, and once there is life, they say there is always hope. So I want to start by saying a big congratulations to you for the journey in 2024, for making it to this point. Congratulations to you once again. My name is Brian Side. I'm a real estate broker. Your favorite real estate broker, like I love to say, the lead consultant, Afri Shelters Limited, a leading real estate brokerage firm with interest in property sales. We sell land, we sell houses, we have real estate investment packages, buyback packages, and of course, we are also into construction. And it's my honor to always have you or to have you again on this platform today to share with you something I consider very important. And let me also use this medium to say, baby, thank you to every one of you who have been part of our journey, uh, not just in 2024, but in the previous years. We have been very consistent, and you have also been very consistent with your support. And we are very, very grateful. So today we'll get straight into it. Again, as you join this live webinar, please do wait to like the video. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. For Instagram, we'll find a way to sort that out. We couldn't get on board on Instagram. So please, as you come on board, do wait to let us know where you're watching from. And please do wait to also tell us your name and where you're watching from. And for those of you who will be watching after now, because I know that we are in different, you're watching for different time zones. We'd love to know where you are watching from. And please don't forget to like this video. If you're on YouTube, please do where to like the video, do where to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can always get interesting update platform. Our YouTube channel is one of the most watched channels as far as uh, property platforms is concerned in Nigeria because people don't just write there on our platform. We have a lot of content, not just land, not just posting product. We also put out content that at the end of the day educates both clients and prospective investors. So please, if you are there, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so you can always get interesting updates on the platform. So today we are looking at a review of the real estate market in Nigeria in the year 2024. That is the focus of today's Deep Pocket Masterclass. And we decided to do this so that we can have, at the end of this class, the objective is that you too can have a self-appraiser of the markets in 2024 so that with that, going into 2025, you will be able to know where you can possibly explore for your real estate investment because the idea is to educate you so that you can make better informed decision. You know that for us at Afri Shelters Limited, we don't joke with education, investor education, because we believe that when you know right, you will do right. Okay, so we always feel it's important that you have the requisite knowledge, about the industry before you get into your investment. So that is one of the objective of today's webinar. Just a minute. Okay, we are trying to get back the YouTube. You know, we had some technical issues there. All right, so that is the objective of today's webinar. We want to be able to look at what the journey has been. So, having said that, we'll get straight into it. Let me start by saying that the year 2024 has been an awesome year uh, for the Nigerian real estate market. despite all of the issues. I mean, like I said in the post I made earlier about the year, I'm pretty sure that 2024 is one year that Nigerians will not forget in a hurry. And that is because it it came with a lot of a lot of incidents, all right, a lot of issues, you know. I mean, the issue of inflation, the issue of constant, rise of exchange rate issues. Of course, the cost of living also increased, and many things. So I am pretty sure that the year 2024 is one that Nigerians will not forget in a hurry because they will remember it as one year where some persons, though not everyone. I mean, I don't like to generalize because at the end of the day, despite the state of the economy, people were still doing big things. But it would be a two-segment kind of thing where for some persons, it was a very tough year, but for some other persons, it was a very difficult year. But overall, we cannot deny the fact that in 2024, there were a lot of economic issues. Yes, a lot of economic issues. Prices of goods and services went up. There was issue of a lot of economic instability, a lot of policies that really didn't favor the masses. Whether it will favor the masses on the long run is what we cannot say for now. But generally, there were a lot of issues. Cost of living, fuel prices went up. Sold for the exchange rate went as high as more than 1,700 naira. Naira to dollar exchange rate, and there's some issues of insecurity here and there. So it's been a year of a roller coaster, kind of in different, different things played out. But we thank God that we are all here. But now, coming back to real estate, what has happened? How did this year go for the Nigerian real estate market? And to be honest with you, as a stakeholder, as someone who has been involved in this industry, I can tell you that the real estate industry was able to weather the storm. Yeah. Aside the fact that in this year, the real estate industry was able to contribute was able to make notable contribution to the, GDP of the Nigerian economy. He was able to do a whole lot. But in this show, I don't want to go economical. I don't want to go deep into the economic, analysis. I want to make it as simple as possible so that we can enjoy the show and understand how real estate, was able to fare in 2024 and where you can cash in. So let's start by revealing some of the incidents that played out relating to the real estate industry in 2024. The first, of course, is price increase. Like I mentioned, in the year 2024, prices of goods, prices of houses, prices of both land and houses went up, particularly for finished apartments. Whether you are doing middle income or you are doing basic housing, or for those who love luxury, you'll find out that prices of apartment and houses actually went high. And this increase in prices of these apartments happened as a result of increase in the cost of in prices of building materials. Okay, like you already know that many of the materials that we use in construction in Nigeria are imported. Okay, and so as a result, we saw a situation where a bag of cement sold for as much as 12,000 naira. Okay, and then you talk about the wood, you talk about the iron. So the first thing that played out in 2024 is that there was increase in prices of houses. I mean, like in Lagos, in the Lekki Aja axis, or you see a situation where a four bedroom fully detached duplex that, let's say by this time last year, you could get it for by this time last year you could get it for 150 million. Okay, within Chevron axis of Lagos. In this year, same 2024, the prices went as far as 250 million. Okay, the price is doubled. So it played that across Lekki, Aja, Ikeja, even we saw prices going up in Magodo. I don't even want to talk about the luxury. The same thing in Abuja. Okay, the same thing in Abuja and in Port Harcourt. I mean, these are the prime locations in terms of properties in Nigeria. So you see increase in prices of finished houses, and of course the land too. Prices of land also went up. So the first thing that played out in 2024 is that there was an increase in prices of both finished houses and even landed properties. And for the finished houses, the prices were orchestrated by or was caused by factors such as increase in cost of building materials. You also had the issue of inflation, all right, because given the fact that many of these materials had to be imported, you know that also that the exchange rate was also another issue that affected this issue of prices, because many of these things have to be imported. And you know that when it comes to importation, the dollar is a major currency, that plays a key role in that area. So all of those things put together caused increase in prices of properties. And a whole lot happened. Some projects were abandoned. Yes, some projects were abandoned. If you remember, if you've been following my YouTube channel, you recall that sometime this year, I told you, especially when the fuel subsidy thing was removed newly, one of the things I mentioned is that we're going to have some abandoned projects, because it means that some of the developers will have to review the market. They will have to review their budget for their projects. Okay, so it's possible that through this year, some projects may, we are not completed as a result of increase in cost of building material. But overall, there was increase in prices of finished houses, whether luxury or basic apartments. The prices increased compared to what we had in 2023. And of course, in terms of rent, the cost of rent also increased, whether in Abuja, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt. The cost of rent, I mean, when you see houses that ordinarily you could get for 700,000 naira in Lagos going up to 1.5 million, 2 million naira. You see new houses coming into the market that ordinarily you could get for 1.5 million, and they are putting it out for 3 million, 3.5 million naira. You go to Abuja, the same thing, and then you go to Port Harcourt, the same, increase in rent played out in 2024. So these are the two major things I needed to know, that the cost of properties increased sporadically in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, and the cost of rent also increased. The other incident that played out in 2024 that I think is very important that we look into is the Igbo must go narrative. Yeah, the Igbo must go narrative. Now, you will recall that sometime in this year, 2024, some group of persons, insignificant as they may be, but whatever they put out there on social media was kind of impactful, and a lot of persons responded to it. When some persons came out aftermath of the 2023 general elections, and they were like, Igbo must go, this and that. Now, that very incident affected the markets. But for me, analytically speaking, on the positive side, and I will say this because I want you, my audience, to know that many times we can actually, there is a way, if you are in the market, if you're a business person, if you are a profit-oriented person, you have to always look out for ways to turn situations around. And that is what happened with this narrative I'm talking about now. I will tell you how. And so if you are in any society at any point in time, and you see issues are coming up, you have to always look at the positive aspect of that issue. Now, one of the things that the Igbo must go narrative did to the Nigerian property market in this year is that it created alternative markets. Yes, the Igbo must go narrative, all right, created alternative markets. Please don't watch this alone. Do well to share this. Share this with your friends. Share this with your loved ones. Share it with your, on your WhatsApp platform. Let people join this event so that they can learn. So that in the coming year, they won't have to make mistake about their real estate investment. The things I'm sharing with you here may be free, but trust me, this is what I normally charge for. All right, I normally get people to pay for consultation on this, but I'm giving it out for free because I want you, to have the right information so that you are launching into the new year. You will have a template to guide your investment decision, because real estate is a serious business. It's something that involves millions of naira. So before you invest, you should get as much information as possible. Even if you don't have the resources to invest, you should first have the knowledge. The best of any industry is got when you have the knowledge that governs that industry. So please don't watch this alone. Do well to share it. And please, if you can hear me loud and clear, use the comment section. I want to be sure you can hear me, and I want to be sure you are getting value from what we are talking about right here. Whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, please use the comment box, like this video. Don't forget to share. Don't feel free to comment. And please, if you have any input, go ahead and use the comment section. It will be highly appreciated. All right, so as I was saying, I was talking about how the Igbo must go narrative changed the market in 2024. So you find out that the narrative is created alternative market, because a lot of persons, to an extent, started feeling insecure about investing in Lagos. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people did not invest in Lagos this year, because at the end of the day, you won't take away the fact that Lagos still has a larger share of the Nigerian property market for obvious reasons. It's the most populated city in West Africa with over 22 million persons living in Lagos and more people coming. I can tell you, in fact, I can tell you that as the day is breaking now, as we're entering the new year, there are people who lined up, with a new year, who part of their new year resolution is to move to Lagos. So people are coming on daily basis. So of course, you know that when you have such large population, those people need shelter. All right, whether decent or indecent shelter. But at the end of the day, you find out that that huge population, causes constant demand for available housing, within Lagos. But the point here is that the Igbo must go narrative, all right, created alternate market. People started thinking of owning properties outside Lagos. And that is where you see places like Ibadan, all right? Ibadan came up very strongly. Ibadan came up very strongly as an alternative location for property investors, who are looking for properties to invest in Lagos. And that's why today you can see that real estate investment in Ibadan has grown in the last 1 year. Of course, not just that, you also find out that the state government has been intentional. I mean, they put up a lot of infrastructure, which also encourage. I'm going to get into that later, maybe when I get to, if time permits, when I get to, point 4, thereabout. But the point is, alternative markets have been created. And outside that, the market has also gone further down south. And that is why you see that today, a lot of real estate investors are investing in Port Harcourt, they're investing in Asaba, they're investing in Uyo, they're investing in Edo, they're investing outside Lagos. So the point is that one of the outcome of this socio-economic conflict of Igbo investment, those who own properties already in Lagos started thinking outside Lagos, because sometimes people just need this social security for their property. All right, nobody, and it's natural, because nobody want to invest in real estate only to lose your money, because you work so hard for your money, and real estate is something that is durable. So people don't want to lose their property. So as a result, many people started looking for alternative, and that is why today the South market is a vibrant real estate market. A whole lot of investment is going on in Port Harcourt, is going on in Asaba. Even Edo is picking up, and even as far as Akwa Ibom. Okay, and talking about the South market, we have just released the book. Yeah, I co-authored the book, which I have just launched. It's available on Seller. It's also available on Amazon. It's for free. For now, it's for free. So you can go and get a copy of that book, From Oil to Real Estate, how South Nigeria is becoming the next hotspot for property investors. The book is available on Seller. I will drop the link also on the bio of this live event, so that after now you can go check up. So if you're interested in investing, if you're interested in these alternative markets, all right, you're interested in investing in Port Harcourt, River State, you're interested in investing in Akwa Ibom, in Asaba, Delta State, or in Edo or South, you will need a copy of that book. And don't read it alone. Please do well to share it with your network so they can be informed. So you find that one of the things that the Igbo Must Go narrative created is alternative market, because people started thinking of where they can invest, and they will have a peace of mind, and they will feel this sense of security, because it is very important for every investor. So that's one of the things that the Igbo Must Go narrative did in the market that we cannot ignore. All right, people started thinking of going back home to invest. People in the east started going back to Anambra, Enugu, and all of that. And of course, you know that the truth be told, when it comes to property investment in Lagos, there is no ethnic coloration whatsoever. Lagos is a cosmopolitan city, all right, with the people from different parts of the world. But when that incident happened, it made some persons uncomfortable, particularly people from the eastern part of Nigeria, and they felt like, okay, we are not welcome here. So as a result, they started looking for alternative markets, and the effect is what we are seeing today. A lot of market is booming outside Lagos, South, Ibadan is booming, Ogun State too. So that is one of the ripple effect of the Igbo Must Go narrative. And that is one incident that we cannot ignore. Maybe later on, if I have the time, I can put up some research, because it's actually something that can be researched on how socio-political conflicts can be, maximized, for the benefit of the society. So that is the number 2 thing. Don't forget, we are looking at real estate market review, the Nigerian real estate market review in 2024. How did the market cope in 2024. And so far, we've agreed that number one of the things we can observe that played out is price increase. Then number two is the Igbo must go narrative, where we have looked at how that very incident affected the market. The number three thing that played out in 2024 that had a huge impact on the Nigerian property market is property demolition. Oh my. There was a lot of property demolitions in Nigeria this year, both in Lagos, Ibadan, and even Abuja. All right. So it's one thing. In fact, as of March this year, if you're on my YouTube channel now, you can go through our platform. You see a lot of videos we did. There were a lot of demolitions. In fact, beginning from the ending of 2023 into 2024, you will recall that there were a lot of property demolition that happened in Lagos, especially for properties that were built on drainage in Lagos. Many of those properties were demolished in a way to pave way for the water to flow and all of that. And there were a lot of demolition. Of course, there was the incident that played out in Festac, where some structures were also demolished. Now, this demolition also had its own impact on the market. Yes, it had its own impact on the market. At some point, it made some persons uncomfortable, and that also made people to also start thinking outside Lagos. It created some level of fear, all right, in the mind of investors. But I thank God that over time, that fear is beginning to, go away, because it's all about doing the right thing. But generally in Lagos, there were a lot of property demolitions in 2024. There was demolitions in Lekki, there were demolitions in Aja, there was demolition in, Festac, and at Ibadan. In Ibadan, there was also a demolition because the state government wanted to expand some road, and there were some demolition, even in Ebonyi. So there were a lot of demolitions. I know that in Ebonyi State, there was a demolition that was carried out, and in Port Harcourt too. Some properties were also demolished to pave way for the Port Harcourt Ring Road project, the multi-billion-dollar naira Port Harcourt Ring Road that is ongoing. And then in Abuja too. So you find out that generally there were a handful of demolitions that happened across the country, but the most reported and the most popular was in Lagos, and that also made some persons to also start thinking outside Lagos. But the positive part of that, the positive part of that is that that also increased people's intention or desire to invest outside Lagos. And a lot of persons started looking for alternative markets, and they started going to either Ibadan or Port Harcourt or Asaba and all of that. So that also had its own huge impact. So property demolition in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria is one of the incidents in Nigeria, in the Nigerian property market in 2024, that had a huge impact, because at some point it created some doubt in the mind of people. Not also forgetting, you also recall that in this same 2024, saw the demolition of the very popular beach in Lagos. Here, what's it called? I'm trying to the beach. That was demolished rather, to pave way for the Lagos Calabar coastal route. Yes, that very beach was demolished. There were mixed reactions. There were a lot of emotional moments for the investors and people who felt that, look, this is one of the things that, it was Nigerians in diaspora too, who felt like this shouldn't be, because when they come in, this is that location, one of the popular places they go to have fun and all of that. But that beach, or some part of the beach, was demolished to pave way for what the government called the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. And the beach, according to them, happened to form part of the whatever design they were doing right there in the Victoria Island axis of Lagos. So when you put all of those demolitions, these were the major demolitions, all right, that took place in 2024. And it created doubt in the mind of people. It created doubt and a lot of fear in the mind of real estate investors, who felt that there should have been alternative to those demolitions, because in their analysis, which is right, a lot of money a lot of money was lost because if you also go through our YouTube channel, I did a video to that effect because demolition is not good for real estate. That is the truth. I mean, when a property is demolished, everything is gone. It's not just the individual that lose. Even the government will lose because aside from the individual losing their property, losing their money, even the whatever grant or a good thing, for the real estate industry. But those things play that. But we are glad that people are beginning to uh, get back on their strong belief in real estate investment. Okay, so that is number. Okay, sorry, we are trying to get back on Facebook. Okay, some network hitch is there. The fourth thing that impacted the markets, all right, the fourth thing that impacted had a great impact is infrastructural development. Yeah, 2024 has also seen a lot of infrastructural development, or across Nigeria. A whole lot of work, a whole lot of roads are being created, or we are created in this year, 2024. Now, for you who is watching this, I need you to understand this: that why I'm emphasizing infrastructure is that when it comes to real estate develops with infrastructure, or real estate thrives with infrastructure. They are like two and three. All right. In any society, one of the things that drive real estate development is infrastructure. Is infrastructure. And in the year 2024, we've seen a lot of infrastructures. A lot of roads are being constructed from Lagos to Port Harcourt to Abuja. We've seen to Ibadan. A lot of roads, even in Delta State, a lot of roads were constructed. And what happened is that this road also has further driven and has further caused an expansion within these urban areas, and more areas, urban or semi-urban areas are being opened up. For example, in Port Harcourt, you will see that the government have done a lot of roads. Currently, the Port Harcourt Ring Road is ongoing. The Trans-Calabar Ring Road is ongoing. You see a couple of roads. Now, all of this road is also causing, more people to go to those neighborhoods. Okay, and then you go to Abuja, a lot of roads is also being constructed. You see in a lot of massive construction ongoing or mapped out for places like Kuje. Now, when you put all of this together, you see that the infrastructure has influenced, also the development of real estate in 2012. And then you go to Ibadan. One of the things that have actually driven real estate growth or investment in your state is roads. In fact, one of the days I was reading, and I think I posted it on my page, that the current governor has done over 3,000, is it that 33, I be 3,000 square meters of road. More than, when you combine it, is more than the total road construction that was done in that state by the previous governor since the return to democracy in 1999. So, and that is where we can see the effect. A lot of real estate activities is ongoing today in Oyo State, courtesy of road infrastructure. You go to Abuja, the same thing. The road infrastructure there is amazing. And you go to Lagos, similar thing. Okay, so you find out that for example, the Lekki Epe Expressway that is being expanded downward to Epe is causing the more and more neighborhood to spring up. So the point is, in 2024, we've seen a lot of road infrastructure, and that has also had a positive impact on the real estate market. As a result, more and more people are moving to new locations, and new locations are opening up. Okay, and of course, you know that when there is accessibility, naturally people will want to move, and when people want to move, they will also need shelter. So when you have infrastructure in place, the next thing people look out for is shelter, and that's where real estate comes in. And when people are looking for shelter, they want a place in locations where people ordinarily did not stay. You see people going to such environment, all because they can easily access that location. So in 2024, we've seen a lot of road constructed across Nigeria, whether in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and other parts of the country. Majorly in within the major markets, we've seen a lot of roads, being constructed, and that has had a positive impact on the market. Um, and then that brings us to the fifth. Okay, we've done price increase as number one. We've also talked about Igbo must go narrative, and then we've looked at property demolition in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria, and then we've talked about infrastructure. The next thing is population growth. Yeah, this is another factor that we've seen in 2024. The Nigerian population in 2024 has grown. You already know that according to the United Nations, Africa has the highest I mean, it has the highest population growth. I mean, the highest birth rate and all of that. So Nigeria too in 2024 we've seen a lot of population growth. And one thing that population growth does is that it also causes increased demand for available space. And this is why we keep having the problem of housing deficits, because you have you have a large chunk of you have a huge population chasing few available decent accommodation. As of today, the housing deficit in Nigeria is over 25 million. It's over 25 million. It's over 25 million. In fact, it is said that over 67% of Nigerians do not have access to quality housing. So that is a problem. If so, it means that housing deficit in Nigeria this year has even increased. Because of the fact that part of the reason is, like I told you from the beginning, that the economic policies, that was introduced also made it impossible for some, housing project to be delivered, which means a gap has further been created. So you see that the population this year has grown. But on the positive side, this population is also driving demand, because when you add that to the fact that there has also been a rise in middle income. All right, there's been a shift. There has been a shift. The number of persons. There have been a movement from the low income to middle income. All right, which also means that those in the middle income, we naturally want access to shelter. All right. So you find out that population growth is also another factor that is causing a huge demand for available properties in Nigeria, majorly within the urban centers of Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. You find out that population is very important, and is one of the things we've seen in 2024. We've seen a lot of an increase in population, both in the urban areas, particularly, and this increase in population is also causing more cities, or sub-cities to spring up. And when this happens, people naturally will request or will want access to shelter. And so, if you as an investor, you are wondering why should you invest in real estate? One of the things I need you to know is that you have a population. Yeah, you have a ready population, particularly in Lagos. Anywhere you have a property in Lagos, people will buy it or people will rent it. And the interesting thing is that you will come and price it, you think is so expensive. Give it some minute. The moment you are leaving it, another person is coming to rent that apartment. The same thing with Abuja and Port Harcourt. So you as an investor watching this, you really need to, if you are here to invest in real estate, you need to stop sitting on the fence. This analysis I'm giving you should motivate you into action. And you already know that wherever you live within and outside Nigeria, if you are in need of such guide, a reputable real estate brokerage firm that can help you in such acquisition, Afri Shelters will be so glad to walk you through. We've been in this business for nearly a decade. We have built a reputation of excellence. We've built a reputation of honest transactions. And so you can trust us. And if you also want us to build for you in terms of construction, we are available, because we have we have within this year we've launched the construction aspect of our brand, and we're already doing a lot of projects for clients who are outside Nigeria, within and outside Nigeria. So the point here is that the real estate market is a huge opportunity, is a huge platform for you who is willing to grow your finances, to invest. And you don't have to live in Nigeria to make money from the real estate market. We have a lot of clients who own properties in Lagos and Abuja, and yearly they collect rent. Some are using their properties for short let. So it doesn't matter the amount of money you make in US, you make in Germany, you make in Canada, or wherever you live, outside Nigeria. You can invest in this country outside your personal house, and you can make money. And don't buy a property here and put it under lock. Some of you, especially Nigerians in diaspora, I have to emphasize this. emphasize this now. Some of you own properties here, and you lock it up, and you are in the US, you are in Canada, you are in, wherever. It doesn't make sense. You don't do that. You don't leave a gold dormant. What you have is a gold. So if you are not in Nigeria, that house should be getting fetching you money. More so if you have such properties in prime locations like Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. And we can help you coordinate all of that. You don't have to be here. We can help you coordinate all of that. So please, in this new year, let it be part of your plan. Now, if you are yet to invest, let it be part of your plan to invest in real estate. The last thing we'll be considering is urbanization. This is another thing we've seen in 2024. Urbanization. More sub-cities are opening up. In Lagos, places that people thought nobody will ever live, we've seen those places open up. In Abuja, the same thing. In Port Harcourt, the same thing. We've seen new cities. I was in Port Harcourt within this period. I visited the three major cities in Nigeria, talking about Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, like I normally do. I mean, I visit regularly because those are our major areas of coverage. We sell land, houses in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. And you see places that hitherto nobody, ever believe anything will happen. You go there and you are seeing, the level of development. The same thing with Asaba. You go to Delta, places that we are ordinarily you could buy land for 2,500,000. Now you need like 10, 15 million to buy property. So that should tell you that Nigeria is developing. Especially if you're outside Nigeria, don't think that the Nigeria you knew then is the Nigeria of today. A whole lot has changed. And I can tell you that in 2024, there has been a lot of changes. So summarily, with all I have said, I can tell you that in terms of shelter, which is the core objective of real estate, of the Nigerian marketplace, yes, it delivered on that area. The real estate marketplace, the real estate market in Nigeria also in 2024 delivered on the area of value appreciation, which is the major goal of every investor. Property value appreciation. Yes, it delivered in that area. And I can tell you that many investors who invested through us in real estate, they are happy because, they have their multiple. We did billions of naira return for investors who invested in through real estate buyback. And for those who bought properties last year, the value has appreciated. For those who we are helping to manage their properties for rent, the value of the property has appreciated because real estate is never stagnant. That is an interesting thing. So looking at the year, you find out that a whole lot actually played out. Yes, for some it was tough. For some, it was also easy. But generally looking, I can tell you that the Nigerian property market did so well. Despite all of the odds against it, it came out very strong. And that is why you watching this, you should trust it. And going into 2025, what do? Invest in real estate. Take advantage of the market. There's a whole lot of opportunities in the Nigerian real estate market. Take advantage. And I will be so glad. We have a team of professionals at Afri Shelters who will help to guide you. And that is why we are doing this now. So in 2024, it's been an amazing year. We give God glory for the strength, for everything we've been able to, of course, achieve. And also for you who is alive today to watch us, to listen to what we are saying. So as we begin to round up, let me remind you that the year ends today. But the big question will become, how much did you invest? How much of investment did you make in real estate? And as we step into 2025, plan your real estate investment goals. Get us involved. We'll be so glad to walk you through. We have verified properties in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Abuja, whether you want land or house. Of course, by January, we'll do another webinar where we'll guide you on the steps on how to buy your properties. And with that, we'll be so glad. So again, this has been it, the Deep Pockets Masterclass December edition 1.1. And we'll be reviewing the journey of the Nigerian property market, the performance, in 2024. And I can tell you that the real estate market proved itself in this year. Before you go, if you have any question, please use the comment section. And if you have any contribution, please, you can as well go ahead. You can use the comment section. Again, thank you for every one of you who tuned in today, and those of you who will be watching after now. Thank you for your time. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to love. Don't forget to share this with someone, because trust me, someone out there needs all of this analysis that I have presented to you today and the year ahead, so that they can make informed decision. And if you want to reach out to me, you can send a DM right now, for those of you on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can as well send a message to the number 070-6666-9581. That is 070-6666-9581. You can as well visit our website www.afrishelterlimited.com, www.afrishelterlimited.com. You can as well send a mail to info@afrishelterlimited.com, info@afrishelterlimited.com. And with that, we'll be so glad to walk you through the process of your real estate investment. Again, I want to say thank you for your support to all our amazing clients, partners, friends, colleagues, families. Thank you so much for your support all through the year 2024. I am confident in God that in 2025, we're going to do bigger things that will bring everybody greater happiness. And so that will be it for now. If you want to reach out, you can still drop your question. I can always respond. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Okay, is it night already? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, my name is Brian Peter Side, your favorite real estate broker, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. Again, congratulations and Happy New Year in advance. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.